2026 meeting of the Saugerties Planning Board will now come to order.
Will there be copies of documents for KCE?
Excuse me?
May I request documents for KCE, please? For the KCE discussion?
No, we're going to supply documents that you're welcome to foil for them, and you will have the documents that we've done right along. We wanted to foil the requests.
Actually,
I was asked the same question at the beginning of last month's meeting.
we haven't gotten them, that's why we're still asking.
You have to foil.
No, open meetings law, you're supposed to make these documents available by New York State law. You shouldn't have to foil for them, you should be providing them proactively to the community.
You can come look at the file anytime.
We sent,
You know, how many documents have you foiled for?
that's regardless.
I'm asking a question.
It's not a conversation, it's a statement, the documents are supposed to be available, that's all.
How many documents?
I'm not here to ask questions. By law, they're supposed to be available to the public
24
without having
hours
to foil for them.
They are available.
You didn't request that.
Go to the office.
Go to the office and look at the file. You are allowed to do that at
Go
any
to the
time.
office and look at
It's
the
available.
They're supposed to be made available online so the public can follow the conversation.
They're available legally by foiling for them.
They don't have to be foiled for legally. In fact, I just sent a response from New York open meeting laws to the town and to the town attorney.
Okay.
So-
And when we hear back from the town attorney, we'll honor his decision.
Absolutely.
Until that time,
But she is allowed to make the statement requesting the documents, and every month we're going to make the same request.
and she made a statement, and we replied. So now, can we move on
Thank you
and
for,
start the meeting?
following the open meetings laws.
Yeah. Will everyone please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from last month's meeting? And if so, any errors, omissions, or changes? If not, I'll, is there a motion? All in favor? The motion is carried. Okay, the first section of our meeting is normally the public hearings, but we're gonna take one piece of old business and discuss that first. The applicant, his wife just came in yesterday with a new baby and wants to honor that request. Okay, so that would be Gasly and Heinz. Come on up.
Could you move your mic so we can hear you?
We are
Sure.
hearing you well.
Thank you.
Okay, this application is for a site plan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello? Thank you so much for pushing this forward. I have a 2-day-old baby and my wife at home, so I'm going to be able to run back there. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is the second hearing. We came in last month. There were 3 overarching questions. One was a full site plan. The second was evidence that the property had no other dwellings. And the third was just road access with the fire chief. And we have addressed all of those issues, as well as 1 or 2 amendments from the town. And the document's right in front of you, so we're here to just suss this out and hopefully push it through.
Give us a brief rundown of everything that.
Sure. So as the applicant mentioned, there were a couple of issues identified in the first meeting.
The first one about whether they're about showing the full site has been addressed. The second about there being potentially other residents on the property has been addressed. There is no other residents on the property. The third one with the driveway, there are still some outstanding details on that. It's our perspective, and we say in the memo, that this is specific enough, narrow enough, and technical enough that the board might be able to consider a conditional approval for the project tonight, with the condition being that the access road is approved to the satisfaction of the fire department, building inspector, and town planner.
Great.
Okay, board, any questions? Any concerns?
I have a quick question. Has anything substantial changed on this map since we saw it last?
On the site plan, the last piece of documentation,
Yeah.
this has not changed at all. We just did a full site plan showing the complete overview of the driveway and the area that we're going to.
And the other thing that's changed is we had a comment about the extent of the clearing and that it was a little too close to the slope down to the Hudson for what the code requires, and they have made that adjustment on the plans as well. So not much substantive, that's really the only.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So I'll be in touch about the document from the fire chief, and then we can hopefully perfect that road.
Right, it would be a condition of approval, so before it could be signed by the chair, you would need to get sign off from those staff members as to the status of the driveway.
Okay, so was my understanding he was there 2 weeks ago, and then we just have to wait for him to do a full write-up?
And to check in with the building inspector and myself to make sure everybody's on the same page about that.
Okay, great. Okay, that's perfect.
All right, so we can make a motion. Can I have a motion for conditional final approval, conditional unit? Bob? Second? Kevin? All in favor? Thank you. Karen? Okay, so that's just the conditional approval, as soon as you have that. The fire department, that may just,
What-
next.
We'll develop a resolution for you, I'll send it to you, you'll see that in the conditions, and then once those conditions are met, I will have two planning board members sign off on your site, and then you're ready to go with building.
Okay,
Okay?
great. That's perfect. Thank you so much.
That's a switch. I'll try. Thank you.
Okay, now we're at the public hearing portion of our meeting. Notice is hereby given that the Saugerties Planning Board will meet on Tuesday, May 19, 2026, at 7:30 p.m. for an open public hearing of a major subdivision, 9 lots, on land located off Route 212 and Cottontail Lane, and Solar Holidays. The meeting will be held in the Frank E. Greco Senior Center, located at the corner of Robinson Street and Market Street, in the village of Saugerties. I order the town Saugerties Planning Board, Chairman Sir Howard Burns.
Hello, my name is Qatar. I'm an engineer at Joyce and Conrad, and I'm here to conclude the public hearing on the proposed 9-lot subdivision. The plans didn't get too much updates from the last time we spoke. We just made a little bit of a modifications on the road layout. We made the road part of one of the lots, which is lot 1. And, we're gonna have a road maintenance agreement for all the rest of the lots to be able to share responsibility for easement, access, maintaining it, and all the, legality that goes with such agreement. The other thing that we did is we contacted the New York State DOT before, so we did get a comment back from them letter-wise, that basically they looked at the location of the entrance, the previous studies that were done for, when the project was proposed to be a campground, and based on the data that they have, with how significantly less impact this project is as far as traffic, they don't see the need for any new studies or anything. They just want me to comply with New York State DOT standards for commercial entrance, which is basically what we would have. We will be required to have a permit from the New York State DOT before we put that curb cut in, and that permit will have a plan detailing all the radiuses, the site distance, everything that we need from them. So it's basically something that can be a condition on, any conditional approval that will happen for a property like this. The plan was also sent to the Ulster County Planning Board, and the public hearing was extended to this meeting, so we can see what the planning board, the county planning board would say, and we got a short comment letter, 4 comments or something like that. They all reflect everything that was raised before. Health Department, DOT, stormwater approval from the city, from the town engineer, basically just follow the town regulations, and there's really nothing much, alarming that was raised, or any out of the ordinary issues that was raised for a project like this. So basically, I really, I looked through all the comments that I received over the previous meetings. I don't believe I have anything that the public raised that I didn't, address or discuss. So I'm just looking forward to see if you guys have anything else left or to talk about this. And with that, I'll just.
Okay, we'll open it up to questions from the public. Mark? Mark, you just said, give us your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name is Mark Pisani. I'm at 11 Osmus Lane, a direct neighbour to the proposed project. I'm just going to go through the things that I know that have been submitted since last we were here. When we were here, they actually submitted the water report, although it had been referred to, it had yet been submitted, so we haven't had a chance to look at it. We now have a chance to look at it. It should be noted that only one well was tested for the water report. There are 6 wells on the property. None of them were able to produce enough except for this one well. The number 1 well is on a ridge. Is here, an existing well on lot 8. You can see that I'm not a water engineer, nor am I an engineer, but water coming here, I assume, might be different from water here. On 75-acre lot, 1 well tested seems minimal. Well, it is minimal. Do we need more testing of the water? The other wells could not do it. Perhaps we need to sink more to find out. Moving on to the full EAF. Most of this is pro forma, you'll have seen it. It says the wetland mitigation plan has been submitted to the ACOA, OE, I beg your pardon, the Army Corps, April 26. This plan isn't yet in the public file, should it be?
Again?
The wetland mitigation plan that you sent, the drawings are. Is that? Thank you. I'll look more carefully. No answer on the EAF to the question of maximum pumping capacity of private wells. Any comment?
Again?
One of the questions on the full EAF is the question as to the maximum pumping capacity of private wells.
I thought I answered that, but the demand in general is 120 gallons, you said it's better.
That question isn't
So you
answered.
guys don't look at that.
Stormwater runoff section says the runoff will be directed to retention/bioretention basins and rain gardens. Are these different from ponds because they don't last over and over and over, they dry?
They don't do ponds.
Right, so that's why the ponds is no. Thank you. No answer to the question of whether or not a new electrical substation or upgrade will be required. Any thoughts? You don't think so?
For now, I don't have an answer for it, but it's
Okay.
a minor question, whatever the electrical we need.
Is it possible they might make you put a substation on the property itself?
I don't think for mine,
They'll put it somewhere else. So that's an unanswered question so far.
well, for some, yes, we'll answer that once we get an answer from someone.
Thanks. Answered in the negative, sorry, no answer to the question of public transport. Any considerations there?
There is no problem.
Right. So you haven't answered the question.
We will say no.
Okay. There is a bus that runs along 212. It sometimes stops at the corner of Glasgow. It's not reliable. Answered in the negative as to the presence of endangered species or species of special concern. The board may remember that this isn't necessarily true, although it's a subject of some contention. There were questions about some bat. Right?
I don't answer that one. This gets answered automatically by the mapper. So if there's anything, it would just get flagged. I don't.
So you'll come to that.
No, it should be on the list of the form. It lists what the answer the S form and what actually they so if there was bad, if there was
I've misunderstood.
He goes through the New York State DEC mapper online,
Right.
and when he puts in the location, it automatically puts in certain check marks.
yes, they answer.
And that is something that they probably answer automatically.
Understood, thank you. On the private right-of-way, the draft agreement, it's boilerplate all the way on page 4, just for you to correct it. The responsibilities, you've got Manorville Road and Acorn Trail still filled in from the last time you used this.
We just wanted to show you an example of what it would look like. There's a word draft.
Exactly, yeah. I just thought, I can't possibly be reading this more closely than the professionals. Okay, so for the drawing, can we?
Yeah, so when you're back on.
Thank you. When first we were at the public hearing in October, November, the Cohens, who are here, this is Jeff Cohen and his daughter, expressed a concern about lot number 2 being basically on top of the ridge looking into their windows. At that time, it was suggested, mooted / mumbled about that maybe moving the house north-northwest closer to this property line rather than the Cohen's property line would be a way to solve that issue, just mirror it. It's the third drawing we've seen with it in the same place. I'm sure it's an easy fix.
The house can go anywhere in that area.
Exactly.
So these are all possible house locations.
Right.
If the future landlord decides to put the house somewhere else, this would be binding. They could put it anywhere within the envelope as far as they can apply, they can apply to the zoning. So it's a 5 acre
So
lot,
is this
4 acre lot.
Is this a job for a deed restriction?
No, he's not gonna have a deed restriction to where to put the house. That's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. And this is the reason for zoning.
Sorry, we're
Zoning envelopes are
missing
made
part of the
to-
conversation because we can't hear.
We're discussing whether or not deed restriction might be a way to make sure that a house isn't directly overlooking someone else's house, and the answer apparently is no deed restriction.
Yes, it's a 4 or 5 acre lot that has an envelope of zoning. For whoever is buying that lot, I think we all agree that they should have the liberty to decide where to put the house inside that envelope. So we're not gonna have a deed restriction of where you can put your house on your own property. I'm just not willing to offer something.
With the exception of the green corridor restrictions that you've already said you're going to do.